What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. So, Starve Hard ruining history again, or Russian history with bad translations. Coming at us from Raphael, much love. Let's jump in, check it out together, and see what kind of wild craziness we got. Check out some new he lore, because he is bound and determined to be everywhere all at once. Let's go.
I translated Wikipedia's timeline of Russian history through languages with terrible translation quality.
Thailand is definitely
This
amongst us.
was the result.
Right
in 862, the Nordic test began. 907, Russia is a combination of war corruption. And then the Rus Bean War. 912,
The Rus
he
Bean War,
died.
huh?
Like boy went to the game.
Right off, he died like boy went to the game.
912, he died. Like boy went to the game. 988, a few days ago, a group of people were killed on the streets of the capital city. He died, and Sibori said that W played has 3 blind sons.
I think I heard that song. 3 blind. No, that's mice. Never mind. Never mind. It's mice. He is certainly starting off the Russian history with a couple deaths right off the bat.
16, my castle was a military weapon and forced him to go to Poland. 1018, Polish studies. Topoli leads the Polish army in Los Angeles. 1054, I'll refuse. 1068, Isabel against the implementation of general war and forced Poland. Peace came back to the bone. 1113, the capital is dead, son. Why is the narrator like a cowboy? 1157, drink and die.
Hey, at least he used some Stoli.
Like a cowboy. 1157, drink and die. 1169, Andrei Bogorevsky is the oldest son of Yuri Dovsky, who attacked and distributed his Russian wife from Andrei.
He attacked and distributed her. Does that mean she was in pieces?
To Kiev and received a gift from Prince Kirov. 1227, you must give your name, Prince. 1236, Alexander Novevsky was invited to protect the southwestern region from the spread of Nakodo and Sweden.
I like how he made Nakodo a virus.
2 terrible diseases there. 1237, the Hungarian state kills Czechs and citizens. That's the Mongolians, but they're now the Hungarians, and they hate Czechs, but not the people. 1263, Nasky is dead. Sorry, Nasky is the dead.
He's the
and
dead.
The application is divided into young men among the family. 1317, Prince Yuri married Germany. Uzbekistan left and appointed Yuri. Of course, the greatest prince of Uzbek Khan, who deserves the honor of stealing Osbek Khan.
Of course.
Yuri is a quiet man whose brother was Ivan Kreki. Huge Yuri lore there. 1425, Nicholas I II, Vaz, son, grandfather of Moscow Sophia, wife, Lily Dmitriev, and Tron is also known. 1433, the Columbus Boys Moscow movement should return to Moscow without a mission and go to exile. 1434, Mountain Civil War, the second wave in Asia. President Yuri Dom killed the rest of the people.
Guess it was good that they put him in charge, huh?
Civil War, Moscow judge again. Zhavov died, son of the largest volleyball. 1435, Lily Dmitri II, a woman with cream and blinds, back to the bone of the Prime Minister. 1462, the toilet's dead again. 1463, in Moscow, the Big Banger in the Netherlands was photographed.
Duchies. How come I haven't heard about this in Duchies?
1478, he works with the Republic of Moscow. The last
he died twice, but you can't keep him down. He's always going to be doing something.
Daughter
we know he's immortal.
In Moscow. It's all been sons since. 1538, he died. Contact
again.
Us.
That's 3 in the same video.
Visualize the scene. Hear the voices. 1590, Russian War. The government of Vietnam, Sweden, got rid of Russia. It's gone. That's the end of Russia.
Sweden is the government of Vietnam.
Just there. 1591,
That was even stranger.
Knife on the neck. Killer Sogov, a successful agent. Recent studies have begun to protect Dmitri's theoretical death. And then 1598, every child has problems. 1609, we were married in 1962. Then Samsk solved it. What do you mean solved?
With the knife to the neck.
1610, Paul has 7,000 killers. Very worried.
I'm very worried. Maybe it was one of my ancestors. It's Paul.
Head of the 7 species. The Polish War was born on May the 16th. Polish-Russian War. Sid has solved the situation, son. 1618, Russian War. Thessaloniki, the war continues. Russia destroyed me in Poland and Poland.
Huge narrator lore.
1645, Michael told my husband. This is part of a special report on its rights. Many leaders died in the revolution. Click to show images in zoom in. Thank you. 1649, Jimmy is a new law. 1655, how to quickly respond to Christians? The Russian army was killed in the Philippines. Go to Sweden and offer them. Russia has decided to fight Poland. They decided they can do go on then. 1662, today the Moscow team attacks the Minister of Foreign Currency and died thousands of soldiers. 1670, click on the picture to increase the release of the Russian government. 1682,
Like it. For every like equals a prayer.
the third smell adds the wealth. I had a mother without a child. Huh?
Huh?
1700, North War, Russian War in Sweden. Esther learned death of the Orthodox Church. 1711, in Turkey, the peace was made with good food.
You can always make peace with good food.
In 1713,
Always.
St. Petersburg, the capital of Russia. In Africa, the state of liver was established. 1715, Marker invited his son to support his correction and rejected the right of the bone. 1717, the southern part of Kazan is a steering wheel. I was the official conversion of Peter Strand. 1719, air dampness. Liquid destroys all the steering wheel and free space is divided into other sites. 1721, I'm not a member of this church, and. The end of the war.
You had a stutter there
In Nigeria, Sweden. Read John 5:1. What? 1725, Peter's death is a problem. Contact us. 1727, Catherine, Peter II, wants to be the power of Emperor Volkova. Small groups of lad injustice guards. Peter says, what will we consider in this article? 1743, Russian War. At the end of the market, the Russian King of Sweden and his Russian heritage took the largest photograph of Russia. 1767.
That was a lot of Russians in one sentence.
There are 4 Polish senators that have violated the law. The Russian conference,
Only 4?
where Nicholas Tarlin policy was arrested in Russia during pregnancy. 1772, Poland went between Malaysia, Austria, and Russia. 1783, Russian Empire. The fact that Georgia has identified the silver cranberry. 1788, Russia went war in Russia and Russia. Russian war has toys and toys. Visit the Russian Sea, which entered Swedish Airlines near Hogwarts, Finland.
Near Hogwarts.
Great slave. Polish society is asked to,
Knew it was
to return
real.
the country. 1795, the Login War. The third part of Poland was distributed elsewhere in Poland.
In
Electronic phone rings in Italian. 1796, Catherine began to take Russia's military action in Kharkov. Catherine was a stroke. Catherine's dying. 1804, how to make your power? 1807, the French army suffers from French defeat, killing 20,000 people. Alexander and Moldova Alexander asked Sweden to close the Baltic Sea from the British Sea. 1808, the war ended in World War II when Russian soldiers moved to the Swedish border and were arrested. 1810.
That sounds like an easy end to the war.
First military price was paid to the Catholic Church. Alexander ordered the government to establish the house. The authorities of Russia announced 2 Solomon's bones. Damn. 2 of them? 1812, the Russian War was expelled from Serbia.
Another one. An awful lot of wars going on.
Russia attacked France. 1812. A French soldier finally forced power. 1813, according to the Kyrgyz Republic of Russia, Russia became a colorful region. 1825,
It was all black and white before that.
Alexander died on the street. The ops got him. 1854,
The ops.
war. England and France declared war on the Russian Federation. Crime, Bulgaria and Moldova. 1860, the Beijing deal took China from China to Russia. 1865, the Russian
There is no
army
more
was
China,
conquered
it's
by
Russia now.
mountains. And then 1867, Central Asia is a child. Russia is ready to sell in the United States. 1870, teachers teach schoolgirls. True. 1873, entry. President of Russia. Death is under arrest. 1879.
We thought we had an overpopulation problem
Countries
before.
and freedoms are divided into black and popular groups. 1880, destroy special village power. 1882,
Not so special
Alexander
anymore.
III visited the factory to find women and children cell phone rings. Can you take it outside? He built an official language in Finland in the late 1930s.
Hercules.
1914, Bosnia detained the hopes of the Russian army in Bosnia, Austria. World War II in Austria has the right to participate in research in July. It's always World War II. The Second Australian War in Serbia. Russia gathered security forces in Serbia during World War II.
Why is Australia fighting a war in Serbia?
1915, Eastern German army began to attack. Suggestion, Willis, a German soldier in prison. 1916,
That's a suggestion.
on November the 5th, the German government became independent king of Poland. His Majesty Gregory Raspu Prince Felix is a great
Gregory
god
Raspu.
of Ostov.
I kind of think that would be kind of cool, right? If the king is the king prince, His Majesty Gregory Raspu Prince Felix is a great god.
Raspu Prince Felix is a great god of Ostov.
I don't want to mess with that
1917,
dude.
This post is part of our special coverage. In February, the revolution, a group of soldiers were sent to Paterm. We want to contact and speak with them, like National Women's Day, and fighters were revolutionized because women and fighters don't want to kill them. The government has
Very well.
automatically created an incident in Estonia and Estonia. Great job. Wimmer was born in Russia and created his presidency. Oriental and Serbian Soviet governments called Romas, the cause of the independence of Ukraine. In July, Frost Sits on the Road. This publication was published in
There's so much
Lenovo.
going
The
on.
government is equipped with thousands of guards. During pressure, the gel reader is free. In January, he was arrested by Shevchenko. Revolution in October, the German castle was opened in Bolivian court. Second Al-Russian Parliament issues peace order to comply with the laws of GGC in Russia during the Second World War. Free parliament in Istanbul, there's one if you want one.
Good
Ukraine
God.
built the Soviet Republic of
This might be the most things that we've ever had on the screen at the same time.
and the Russian Civil War. 1918, the Red Army won. Red Army in Moscow and St. Petersburg. Red Army returned to the German Army, Soviet Union. In Britain, the Russian Civil War welcomes 255 people.
Come on in.
A second edition of the Republic of Armenia was established. The first one wasn't good enough. Adele Art won the Red Art and sold the Red Art. When it came, when
Why not? If you win something expensive, sell it. Get rich.
it came, when 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 it came.
Not with the splash. Starve hard.
The Ministry of
gone too
Education
far.
and Science of Ukraine approved that the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine approved that the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine and Science of Ukraine. The historians are not proud of some work. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I'm
There's
not
like
proud
one
of it
civil
either.
war, and everything's broken down into chaos. It's mental. He returned with thousands of power in Estonia. The Russian army surpassed Estonia. Leon Bell, Lenin friend,
As though he wasn't powerful enough.
founded a media party in Hungary. Please try the international humanitarian war in Estonia. 1919, Soviet Union War. The Polish army is a company in Poland. It's like a ANCAP paradise. The Indonesia Soviet Union. The Red Army has begun. The teams of Askoya have conquered the Earth and destroyed the Soviet Union.
Holy
There are
shit.
40,000 army and commander. Romanian army was born in Austria. 1920, Russia has issued all demands in Estonia and signed a deal with Jordan. Good way to do war.
Good way,
Good
to do
war. Good. 1921, project founded by the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, here we
For a
go.
week after the war, government officials demolished the theft. The Red Team was rejected by Mongolia. My
Nah.
health began to improve in Finland and in the army. In 1922, Russian ER was
I'm glad you're on the mend.
dedicated to the meaning of the church, which symbolized the founder of malaria.
I knew it was a man-made disease.
Georgia,
I knew
Armenia, and Ireland became Soviet and socialist. A few months later, I was invited to serve as a traveling overseer, deaf in Turkey, to build the Soviet Union. He agreed to vote for Russia. Oh, this is why he was the youngest son of the Soviet Revolution. This is some background.
There we go.
1923, Russia officially finished. The Roman Party is not a Christian, recorded in 46 years. 1924, name of Latin women. 1936, Moscow recommendation, death penalty. Create a Soviet Union. 1937, death. Video title, NKVD runs a new justice
100
system. The creation
days
of
in the
relatives
gulag.
in the workplace. 1939, the Soviet forces attacked Casablanca. People's Guam was founded. Communist Guam. 1940, the Soviet Union reached the Republic of Finland and declared that the government allowed peace. They just wanted to be friends. Winter War in Finland, peace was preserved in Moscow. This is the time of the Soviet Union. Blah, blah, blah.
That's fantastic.
Moscow. This is the time of the Soviet Union. Blah, blah, blah. Irish language office. Okay, that was a bit of Irish there. In the past, there were many areas. Bukbong. Bukbong. The Soviet Union adopted the Soviet Union of Lebanon. USSR was established in the United States. The Soviet Union began Leslie, who lived in the Soviet Union.
Welcome,
This is the
Leslie.
time for Soviet Union. They've like taken over Lebanon and like parts of the US now. 1941, the Japanese Soviet Union
Man,
signed
see, they're
a Soviet
everywhere.
nuclear deal. 3 soldiers joined the Soviet Union.
Woo!
Wow, great deal there. Operation Barossa, a group of Germany and Romanian. Iran, England, Soviet weapons. Iran attack.
It's certainly the time of the Soviets right now. Everybody is Soviet something or using something Soviet.
The last part of the German army was cut. Source, Germany. Gas type. Soviet resistance is 60 miles from Moscow. The fight starts in Germany. Soviet military shirts began to oppose the German army. It's about time. The German army in Scotland is closed. 1944. The Red Army controls Poland. Red Army defeats Brain. After the war, the car in Moscow was difficult. 1945, the Soviet Union began the war. Berlin War.
It kind of seems like we've already been in war here for a while.
Berlin Army. They loved the Soviet army in the group. They loved them. The Soviet Union was founded in Iran. In Mongolia, Soviet BCE. 1946, Soviet Union from Iran. The British joined Iran. The Soviet Union violated this agreement. And life.
Oh. Oh.
Iranian crisis. The Soviet Union was built from Iran. Just in case you needed to know again. 1948, Berlin. The Soviet Union closed the trains. The American career must become the machine of West Berlin. 1949, the Soviet bomb connects to the design of bombs. 1950,
Les bombs.
Soviet Mach 15 is a 4-star hotel located about 15 minutes walk. 1953, one of the best players
Was the random Travelocity ad in there?
this
Or what?
game. Among the competitors in the town of Lely Bunini,
Lely Bonini.
Grotiza and George Matava were shocked. Sutulin's dead. First time. The army is in Korea. Khrushchev took the head of the Central Committee. 1954. The arrival of Kenji. I have my teeth in camp. German troops attack the camp over the tank. 1956. Hungarian Revolution in 1956. On an urgent basis, the Federal Committee issued an order to raise the band. This post is part of our special coverage of Hungarian Revolution 2011. 13,500 deaths in the next war. 1958, the Prime Minister of the Soviet Union was named Khrushchev. 1962, in the Cuban crisis, President Kennedy has a photo of YouTube, one of the most popular areas of Cuba. Soren recommended you return to the United States to support the Cuban army.
You gotta come back.
Crisis in Cuba magazine. It is noted that the destruction of Soviet Cuba was eliminated. It's 1967.
The Soviets ruled the world during this time frame.
Chinese war class. The Chinese government says the Soviet Union will not be protected during the building. The Soviet Union destroyed Israeli, Soviet Union, and Arab relations. 1969. Soviet dispute ended. Soviet guards defend the Chinese army in Geneva. What are they doing there? 1978, the team loyal of FIFA attacks and kills Afghan Mohammed Khan. 1979, Soviet-Afghanistan War. Operation Guam 333, including Soviet power, military architecture, media, President's Palace, and Prime Ministers are reliable. 1980, in the United States, Moscow is reported to be planning an attack on Afghanistan.
Why we gotta come all the way over here to figure it out?
A man who died after a stroke. He died of a heart attack.
Jesus,
1980
that's seriously 4 deaths already in the same historical timeline. It's gotta be hundreds of deaths
83,
already.
South Korea talks about Soviet Union. That's all that happened. Antonio's death. Secret.
The
Secret mystery
top
of the
secret
secrets of the secret of the secret of the
of a
secret
long time.
of a long time. The world's revolution is the result of this. The earthquake was destroyed on the
Wait, the world's revolution was the result of his secret death?
world's revolution is the result of this. The earthquake was destroyed on the northern side of Ireland. I like how Ireland is just part of the Soviet Union. 1989, the last Soviet army left the country. The Romanian Revolution in 1989, Nicholas Klutsu Romanian Dictionary and his wife,
Romanian
Olsen,
dictionary.
enjoys rural and
wife,
right.
Olsen.
1990, Revolution. Soviet elections have led to the most popular the most popular elections. 1991, January. The Russian army has built an important structure in the Surgeon. See the future of the Soviet Union. The government has resigned. Ukrainians freedom. Background color green. India has its own country. The Soviet Union received
It is kind of a fact.
Romania. Conflicts between the Soviet Union and the Arabs of Israel. Soviet Union became with a full involvement with Israel. The Soviet Union approved the Soviet Union. It's just fine. 1992, Advantages of God. Stay clear, the price is free. 1994, the First Chechnya War. The Republic of Chechnya decided that the government was followed by Tao. The War of the Father. Russian soldier came into Chechnya. You've bloody
That's so fucking gross.
come to me, Chechnya.
Oh, that's horrible.
Russian President Gandhi Chechen First War. 1999, Vladimir Putin, Prime Minister of Russia. Chechen War 2, attack against Chechnya. 2000, Russia wants to destroy the sea. Why not? 2004,
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Czech Republic is not real in Czech Republic. Putin was built at the beginning of the change of the governor. 2008, South Asia War. George cancels the separation of the southern state and the integrity of Ostia. Do you know? 2009, he's ready to take over. 2010, Russian nuclear weapons and the reduction of the United States. 2014, Winter Olympics, crime act in the Russian Federation. On the Russian Federation, Putin and criminal signed a deal to join Russia.
Oh.
Korean removed. It says like patch notes. New Minecraft updates. 2015,
Removed
Russian
Korea.
military intervention in the Syrian civil war. China army bomb. 2022, Ukraine, Carson. That's it. That's all they wrote. That's it. That's all.
Oh, it's fantastic. They keep getting more and more creative, all of the little things that pop up. I don't know how Star Harvest's brain works, but I'm glad to be here for the ride. Get over, show that man all the love of the world. If you haven't done so already, the link's inside the description. Go check out all of the stories and the bad translations. It's crazy what the hell Google could spit out at you. Smash the like button if you liked it. The dislike button, but it won't believe you. Tell the next one of my other combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon or back. Peace.